This conference will now be recorded.
All right. Good evening, everyone, and hope you're all doing good. All right. So let's start with the session. All right. So let's check. Let me check on the audibility part. So, guys, if you just let me know if I'm audible to you, right? So that we can proceed with the session. Yes, everyone in the classroom. I hope everyone is there on the other side of the screen and you are able to hear me crystal clear. Rakesh, are you able to hear me? Okay. And I see the same fellas there in the session. I guess Pradeep is the one who's missing. Okay. Apart from that, everyone is there. Okay. Vijay, this is your first day or you already had been to the session? Okay, I guess. Okay. So I'm audible to everyone, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then do. Thank you. So let me share the screen. So let's have a small recap on the things that we did yesterday. So can anyone just quickly, in a minute or in few seconds, can explain what exactly we did yesterday? What did we try to do yesterday? We started with the operators, right? We started with the yes. We started with the arithmetic operators, right? So let's proceed ahead. Are you able to see the screen? Are you able to see the screen, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what are you able to see on the screen?
Last
Enter the
program
radi-
yesterday discussed.
enter the radius, etc. Yes. Okay, let's write the date, VK. What is the date? 01. Oh, a month has been passed away, and this new year as well. How the time quickly flies. And today is well, Thursday. Okay. Okay. So today we are going to start with the next operator. Okay. The next operator is an assignment operator. Which operator? Assignment. So ASSINMANT, assignment operator. But before we could start with an assignment operator, I just want to know from your side. Yesterday we did an arithmetic operator, like like 4 plus 3, 7 different arithmetic operators. So when I used a variable called a and I initialized a value called 10, right, and I used a variable b is equal to 20, right, and when I say c is equals to a plus b, c is equals to a plus b, and then I print c. Okay, let me zoom in a bit. Okay, what will be the output? Look at the screen. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, and C is equal to A plus B. What is the output? What is the output?
30.
Huh? Someone saying something? Or is it me who's not able to hear?
Sir.
The output is 30, right? Yes, Rakesh and Shravani correct. 30. So let me play and let's see what's the output. The output is 30, right? But let me use the same variable. A is equal to hello. A is equal to hello, right? B is equal to world. B is equal to world. Now I say C is equals to A plus B, and I print C now. Look at it. Initially, we had taken an integer values 10 and 20, right? And then I tried to add, and the result is 30. Now look at it. Now I'm using some text into it. Hello and world. A is hello and B is world. If I play, what will be the output? What will be the output? Tell me. So if you look at the screen, right, if you'll be able to see, now this is the text format, right? Initially it was integer. So when we have integers on left operand and right operand, so right, when you talk about this operator, I told you, these are the operands, operand 1 and operand 2. So when the operands are integer, they're trying to add it, right? But when the operands are string, that is called the text, what happens is that there is a concatenation of the strings. What is concatenation? They don't add, they don't sum up. what they do is that instead of sum up, they just add, no, just concatenate. Sorry, not add. They concatenate with each other. Concatenate means what? It's like mm, trying to apply from one end to the another one. So like this way, they'll concatenate with each other. See, hello world. So got it. Now it's very clear that if I'm using integer, it will add, but if I'm using the string, that is a text, what it will do is that it will concatenate. Now let me ask you one more question. Now suppose a is equal to 10, b is equal to hello. Okay, b is equal to hello. And if I say now c is equal to a plus b, a plus b, and if I print c, if I print c, now look at it. Now it will throw an error. Now it will not add. Instead of that, it will throw an error. Look at that error. What is the error? You also need to have a close look at the error. It's a type error. What? It's not a syntax error. Syntax means what? You have written something wrong, right? It's not in a proper layout. Whatever the protocols are there, rules, right? In the Puppet, according to those instructions, you have not written the syntax. But here it's not the syntax error; it's a type error. Type means it's a data type. We are talking about data type. And what are the data types? Like integer, text, different kinds of a format. Okay. After the operator part, we are going to learn the data types. So that error is there. What it is saying is that it's unsupported operand. Operand means those A and B are called as an operand, right? Unsupported operand type for plus, int and string. So what it is trying to say is that you are trying to add integer value with a string, with a text. So it's not possible in the programming language. What it is saying? You are trying to add an integer value with a string value, or vice versa. We can say you're trying to add a string value with an integer value. String means what? Text. So it is not possible in a programming language. So what is the solution? Either you can use both the values as integer, or you can use both the values as string. Then and then only you can add. So in integer, it will form the sum, and in the text, it will concatenate. But if you're trying to do hybridization of integer plus text, so you cannot add them. What it will do is that it will throw an error saying unsupported operand type int and string. That means you cannot add an integer with a string. So what is the solution? Either I can just have this value as high, either that make it text, or both the values I need to make it as a integer. But it's not necessary with integer. You can make it as decimal as well. Like if I say 20.3, so it will still add, but it will not add with the hybridization. If I do here with hybridization like 30.6, it will again throw an error. Why? Because this is an integer value. Even though it's a decimal, but still it's an integer value. So you cannot add integer value with the string. Got it? Clear? So both the operand should have the same kind of a data type. Right? Got it? Clear? Got it? All right. So now moving ahead, we are going to talk about assignment operators. Right? We are going to talk about assignment operators. So let's copy me. Let me copy it and let me paste it over here. So what are the different types of assignment operator? What are the different types of assignment operator? So there are three types into the assignment operator. One is equal, equal to, which is indicated by equal symbol. Second one is uh, increment, increment, and third one is decrement. See what I'm talking about? I'm talking about assignment operator. There are three assignment operator. One is equal to, second one is increment, and third one is decrement. How do you write increment? This way, plus is equal to, and decrement minus is equal to. Programmatically, how do we do that? I'll show you. Let me comment this part. How do you comment multi-comment? Select all the entire thing and just control question mark. So it will just comment. Okay. Let's start with the first one. First one is which one? It's a equal to operator. It's a equal to. Equal to. How you indicate it? You indicate it with equal to simple. So now increment operator. Now it's A. I'll use A is equal to 5. A is equal to 5. Equal to means what? Assignment operator. Assigning means what? When you use this equal to in front of a variable, right? This is a variable name. And when you use a equal to symbol, a single equal to, and then you try to assign a value, right? If you have a value, that is called an equal to, that is called an assignment operator. This one is called an equal to assignment operator. So when you have a value on the right hand side and you have an equal to in between, that means you're trying to assign a value of phi. What is it? What you're trying to do? You're trying to assign a value of phi to the variable what is there on the left hand side. There's nothing. It's like an initializing of variable in the simpler words. What it is called as initializing of variable. How to initialize a variable? By using an equal to operator in between between whom? Between an operand, that is a variable, and a value, that is called an assignment operator. Now when I say print A, what happens is that A will be printed. This is like you're trying to assign. What you're trying to assign? You're trying to assign this phi value to the variable called as A. So how do you do that? By using an equal to operator in between. Got it? Assigning value to a variable. It's called an is done with the help of assignment operator. And what is the operator? Operator is nothing but an equal to. Now moving ahead with the increment part. Now this is an increment and decrement is very important and you need it. So when you talk about C language or C++ language, the way to increment is x plus plus. Got it? And the way to decrement is x minus minus. This is in the traditional language, which is the C, C++. But in Python, if you want to increment, how do you do that? So right this way. Now suppose I'll talk about those variables only. Now A is equal to 5. A plus equal to 5. So what exactly I'm trying to do is that if I if I unfold this part, exactly what happens is that you're trying to do this way. A is equals to A plus 5. This is the literal meaning of this. This is an increment operator. What is this? This is an increment. So let me write it over here. Increment. Increment. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm trying to increment the value of A. I'm trying to increment the value of A by 5. How do I write in this way? Let me zoom in a bit with this way. A plus operator and then in front of that equal to. Plus operator in front of that equal to. So if I try to unfold it and I try to explain in a better way, this is what exactly happens at the back end. It is you're trying to increment whatever the value of A is there with phi, and then again assigning it back because this is an assignment operator which is equal to assigning back when you're done with that addition, that whatever the value of A is there, increment, or you can say add that value of A plus phi, whatever the sum comes, again assign back to the same variable, that is A. Got it? Now, if I print over here, if I print here A, if I print A over here, what I'm going to get is that now the value of A is 5. See here, look at this one. The value of A is 5, right? So now what is going to happen is that when I run this code, this line of a code, right? This line of a code. So first, this A will be 5, right? Now, if I move ahead this way, it will become A is equals to this. Now A will be 5 because the value of A is 5 plus. And what we're trying to do is that we're trying to increment that value by 5. Now what will happen is that in front of it, third step is A is equals to 10. So the output will be 10. To look at it, output will be 10. In the similar way, instead of not just incrementing it by 5, what now I'll do is that now look at it. Now the value of A is 10. Instead of 5, what I'll do is that I'll directly try to increment the value with 70. I'll try to increment the value with 70. So what exactly I'm trying to do is that if I unfold it, I'm trying to increment A is equals to A plus 70. So what I'm saying is that whatever the value of A is there, you try to add 70 to it. Try to add 70 to it. So now the value of A is 10. Right? See, look at it. The value of 10 is 10. What is happening is that at back end, A is equals to the value of A is what? 10. And what I'm trying to do is that I'm trying to add the value of 70 plus it, right? 70 to it. So 70 plus 10 will become 80. So now at the end, last A is equals to 80. 8 will be 80. When I run this code, if I say print A, it will become 80. So this is nothing. So how do you increment? So you can increment it in this way. So you can write in this way as well, or else you also can write in this way as well. A is equals to a plus whatever the number you want to increment. Like suppose I want to increment by 40, you can write it this way as well. This is also acceptable, not a problem. But make sure that this variable, it should be the same variable as this variable, whatever here is there. Because what you're trying to do is that you're trying to increment the value. Now, after increment the value, you're trying to put that value back to the same variable. This should not be forgotten. What I'm saying, when you try to increment the value, make sure the variable which is there, it should be same. Why? Because you need to assign the value of increment again back to the same value. It's like when you wear a clothes, or maybe when you wear shoes, right? When you go out for an office, what you do is that when you come back, you put the same shoe into the, sorry, you put the shoes back to the same rack where you took it from the rack in the morning. It's like putting the value after doing a certain operation, we're trying to put the values again back to the same variable. If your variable is different, if the variable is different, so this is not an increment. This is not an increment. Here, it's a normal addition that you're trying to add a plus 40. It's a normal operation of addition, normal arithmetic addition operation. This, when the variables, which is on the here on the left hand side, and when you're trying to add with a certain value, this is called an increment of of that variable. Clear? Are you getting it? What I'm trying to explain? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Hope everyone is on the same page. If you are not able to get it, please unmute yourself and let me know. Because see, you are sitting on the other side of the screen and I'm sitting on the other side of the screen. We're connected virtually, but still I'm making it as like a live session, like we are sitting in the front of classroom, sitting in the classroom. Clear? Okay, Kishore says, Bindu, is it clear? Vijay, Avni.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just because see, I have learned one thing of throughout my experience. What happened is that there's always problem when you sit with a very studious person. What happened is that my when I was a kid, my mom, I was always a backbencher. So what happened is that when I scored less marks, so one day my mom came to the principal office and she told me why my son got a less marks, right? And how could principal know, right? If I have not studied, then definitely I'll not score good marks. Then what there was a solution. What principal called to the class teacher and he told the Sangram has scored less marks in his examination and his mom is unhappy with the faculties and the school. So what is the solution? So the professor said, the teacher said that, okay, not to worry, I'll take care of it. In the upcoming examination, you'll not score less marks. So listen to this very carefully. Then what happened? Then the very same day, uh, I was sitting at the back bench, and this class teacher of mine, he asked me to sit on the front side, on the first bench. And on the first bench, always the topper sit. So my class topper was Kunal, who is a doctor now. So he was to sit on the first bench. So he asked me, the class teacher asked me to sit on the first bench. And I sat for the continuous semester. And I gave the semester examination. I am talking about the school days. And whatever the marks I had scored in the previous unit test, I scored even much more less, much more less. Then again, my mom came and asked what happened. You scored very less mark, even though you were sitting on topper. Problem was that whenever the teacher used to ask, right, the students, did you understand every subject, science, algebra, geometry? He could not used to understand that because he was a topper. Maybe he used to study at home, etc. He used to say, I understood, I understood, I understood. And I was sitting next to him, so the professor, teacher used to ask me, what about you, Sangram? Did you understand? And I used to think, like, students in my classroom might laugh at me if I say no. Then I used to say, sir, yes, I got it. Ma'am, I got it very clearly. Then what happened is that this is the thing. I didn't score very good in the school. What I'm trying to tell you from this story, the moral of the story is that do not just say be people in the classroom able to understand the session or whatever. If you're not able to understand, you just unmute yourself and tell me, sir, this is the point I'm not able to understand. I'll explain 100 times. Make sure once we proceed ahead, you should be rock solid that whenever I ask you in the middle of the night, if someone asks you at the middle of the night, you should be able to speak like a parrot. X plus y plus z, what is the value? Okay, what is increment? It's like x plus is equal to value. This is what you need to be prepared. You got the moral of the story. You are able to listen. I hope I'm see my things. I'm trying to be having a philosophical talk, but see, this is also important. I hope everyone got it. Kishore, did you get it? What I'm exactly trying to say? Pavni, Shravani,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understood.
got it? Moral of the story. You also remember this thing. So please, a few people are saying yes. Do not just go with it. If you're not able to understand, you just let me know. Okay. As I said, foundation has to be very strong. All right. Let's move ahead. So this is how you do. I guess there are two parties which I am not able to hear you. Naga, you are also there, right? If you can just write something in the chat. Okay. All right. This is now how you try to increment. Now the value of A is 40 plus 80, 120. Now we are trying to do a decrement. Let's do a decrement. How do you do a decrement? So in the same way, either I can write this way, A is equal to minus, let's decrement it by 10. You can do it this way, or you can write this way as well. Let me do it this way first. Print A. So now the value of A is 120. So 120 minus 10, it's become 110. So you can write this way, or another way is like this way. A is equal to A minus 10. A minus 10. Whichever you want to fit. I'll not write 10 here. Now let me use another number like 50. So 50 by A. So now the value is 110. The value is 110. If I print 60. Okay. Now my question, a $1 billion question. If you give it right, uh, still you'll not get any trophies and toffees, but still a $1 billion question. Like if A is equals to, if A is equals to 350, A is equal to 350. Everyone, your hand on the buzzers. That is the mute button. Whoever will give the answer, please unmute and quickly answer. A is equal to 350. A plus is equals to 50. A plus is equal to 50. Print A. What is the value? What is the output? A is equal to 350. A plus is equal to 50. Print A.
400.
What is the output? Output
400.
400, sir.
400. 400. Okay. What about the rest? What is the output? Bindu, Rakesh, Kishore, Shravani, Naga, Vijay. What is the output?
400, sir.
400. Okay. All right. Kishore, you're there? Okay. Why you guys don't unmute yourself? I have to come back and I have to check the chat. Okay. Let's see. So let's see if you guys win 350 plus 50. Yes, it's correct. Okay. One more time. A is equals to 570. Let's have a brainstorming. And A minus is equals to, now look at it. A minus is equals to 35. Print A. What is the value?
535.
535.
535. Okay, let's see. 535. Cool. Once again, A is equals to hello, hello. A plus is equals to 10. Print A. Now, A is equal to hello. A
Error,
plus
sir.
is equal to 10. What is the output? What is
Type
the
error.
output? Yes, it's a type error because this A, what exactly happens is that this way. I'll write in the comment. Now A is equals to, now what is the value of A? Hello, right? This is what? Hello plus 10. Now look at it. This 10 is an integer and this hello is a text. And I told you few seconds ago, right? I once said you cannot add a text format with an integer and you'll get an error called as a type error. What is type error? It's nothing but a data type. That is, you cannot try to programmatically do add integer, the string, or a string with a integer, vice versa, respectively. Got it? Clear? Now, not just with addition and subtraction, you can just do with any other value, like we suppose b, I'll say num1, I'll say like number, okay, and I'll say like is equals to 20. If I say like number is equals to, not just addition and increment and decrement, you can multiply as well, is equals to like 5, right? And if I say print number, print number, print number, NUBA, it's like 20 into 5, it's like 100. See, the output is 100. Got it clear? Assignment operator, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Naga and Vijay, is it clear with you? Naga and Vijay, I'm not able to hear you guys. Yes? Okay, Kishore got it? Rakesh, Pavni, Shravani, and Bindu?
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
clear. All right. So now, till here, we are clear what is assignment operator, what is increment and decrement. Okay, now let's move ahead to the next operator. Next operator are nothing but a comparison operator. Guys, try to, because tomorrow we'll have one assignment on it. Okay, please try to focus. It's a 10 marks assignment. Okay, so next is all about comparison operator. What is the next? Next is comparison operator. Now, the question first, let's understand where do we use this comparison operator. I'll tell you the real-time example. Now we are trying to build a software for a company for a banking purpose, right? For a banking purpose, right? What happens is that when I go to the bank, I go to the ATM, which we don't go nowadays. I want to withdraw money. I want to withdraw money, right? And I feel like I'm just in a need of 80 rupees or 90 rupees. 80 or 90 rupees. I put my card into it. I just insert my PIN and I try to withdraw money. Do you think that we are able to withdraw 80 rupees from the ATM in India? Are we able to withdraw 80 rupees in India? Yes or no? If I try to withdraw money, right? Put my card, I insert my PIN code, whatever the ATM PIN is there, and I try to withdraw. I enter the amount 80 rupees. Will I be able to withdraw 80 rupees from the ATM card? Yes or no? You got my question?
Yes. No, sir.
No, we cannot withdraw it, right? What is the minimum amount to withdraw in India? What is the minimum amount that we can withdraw? 100 rupees, right? 100 rupees. So it will say a message saying that you cannot withdraw amount less than 100. That is what it's like a condition. It's like a comparison that what is that you need to insert a value which is greater than 100 or equal to 100. So that is where you require a comparison operator. Now is it clear? Where do you require a comparison operator? Now you're building a software for a school, right? For a school purpose. Now what happens is that if you try to build a software, you have to build a software in such a way that if the student has scored marks less than 35 in any of the subject, so what it has to be displayed to the teacher, it has to be displayed that this student in a print you need to write fail. And if the student has scored marks greater than 35, right, in every subject, then what you need to print in that is pass. Correct. So this is the real-time example where you try to use a comparison operator. So let's see one by one. So I'll ask you question. So now I'll use a variable called number1, num1 is equal to 100. Okay. And I'll say num2 is equals to 200. Okay. So first, let's see print. If I say this way as well, you can write print. Say, look at it. The print P is small. If I use capital P, so it will throw an error. You look at it because print starts with small p. Python is a case sensitive language. Do not never forget this. So now when I say first one is, look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 different comparison operators. When I say num1 greater than num2, right? Now what happens is that you're trying to check with condition that this operand, right? Operand 1 is greater than operand 2, right? So what is the value of operand 1, that is num1? It's 100. So what is happening is that what interpreter does is that what Python, right? Python is an interpreter language. What happens is that it reads the code line by line. First, it will assign this value 100 to number 1. Then it will assign this 200 value to number 2. But it will come to this part. It will not come to this part because Python is an interpreter language. Never forget this fact. It translates or it converts the things line by line. Okay. So now what is happening is that in the print part, number 1 is 100 and greater than this 200. That is number two. So you tell me that we know that human mind can tell this 100 is greater than 200. No, 100 is less than 200. So in comparison, this question might be asked in the interview. I also asked this a few of the candidates. See, I always try to check in such a way interview that what foundation, how cleanly has observed during the programming. We don't want to program who can just code in the night on Windows software. We want that logic. I like when it comes to comparison, I ask them, what will be the output, right? What will the output when we use a comparison operator? What will be the output when we use a comparison operator? So the output when we use a comparison operator is always a Boolean type. What is Boolean type? The output is either true or false. So Boolean always consists of two cases. One is true and false. So when I run it, it will show as an output as false. Why? Because 100 is not greater than 200. It is small. So that is why the output is false. This is what the company expects you in the interview. They know that. So they do not expect you to be 100% expert. They just see that how strongly you have built your foundation. So output, remember this thing when you are talk about comparison operator, the output will always be in a Boolean type. Boolean means either true or false. Now, same way, if I say with this one, if I say this one, print, print num1 less than num2, num2. You tell me what will be the output. What is num1? Num1 is 100. Num2 is 200. What I'm trying to check is that num1 less than 200. That is 100 is less than 200. So what will be the output? What will be the output?
True.
What will be the output? The output will be true. Because
True.
why? 100 is less than 200. The output will be true. Hmm. Yes, the output will be true. In the similar way, now when I say print, print num1 less than equal to num2. Now you tell me what will be the what will be the out what will be the out when I say num1 is less than equal to 2 num2. The output will be true
True.
because 100 is not less than, sorry, the 100 is less than 200, right? If it was this one, now if it like, let me, in this next step, I'll do that. I'll say like A is equals to anyone, like maybe 50. And if I say B is equals to 60, I'll do it the same case. Print A less than equal to B. Okay. So now instead of 50, what goes there? I'll go with 70. I'll do with 70. What will be the output? A is equal to 70, P is equal to 60. What will be the output? A is less than equal to B. What will be the output? The output will be false because 70 is less than or equal to 60. We are trying to check, right? First of all, 70 is not less than 60. And secondly, it is not even equal to 60. So that is what the output will be false. Great. Now, what if in the same way, if I try to change the value, I make it 60. If I make it 60, now what will be the output? A is 60, B is also 60. I want to hear it from Vijay. What will be the answer? What will be the answer? A is 60, B is 60. What will be the output? Okay, Pavni, you tell what will be the output. Look at it.
Maybe it's true, sir.
Maybe it is true. You have to be very sure. See, well, if it's wrong, that is also okay. Maybe it's true. Okay, Shravani, what do you think? So look at it. If I try to elaborate it here, right? When print, it is what is happening. It is what? 60, right? 60. Okay, where is it? 0 is equal less than equal to 60. First, what it does is that when in the less than equal to part, what happens is that first it will check with the condition, is it less than? Is it less than? So it will see 60 is less than 60. No, right? It's like the same example. If I use a 100 rupee note in Kashmir, the value of 100 rupees note is same. If I use the same 100 rupees note in Vijayawada, still the same. If I go to Impal, same. If I go to Gujarat, same. right? So what I'm saying is that the 60, first it will check, is 60 less than equal to 60? This way. 60 is less than 60? No. Then what it will do is that it will go to next one. Is 60 equal to 60? Yes. All right. So if it is found 60 equal to, the output will be true. The output will be. Is it clear now how it works? Less than equal to, etc. Clear? Yes or no?
Sir, yes, it's clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. All right. Now let's me ask you a question. Now let me get 70 and let me, instead of less than, I'll go with greater than. I'll now go with greater than, equal to. Now you tell me, what will be the output? What will be the
True, sir.
output? The output will
True.
be
True, true.
true. Yes, because 70 in the first condition. See what is happening at the back end. First it is checking. First it is checking the print. Right? Is it checking what? 70 greater than or equal to 60. Right? Then it checks like, okay, 70 is greater than 60. Yes, it has satisfied. Right? We do not check with this part. That is 70 is equal to 60 because it has to be, it's like an or. Or means what? One of the condition has to be true. That is either it has to be greater than or it has to be equal to. So it has satisfied this condition that is greater. That is why output is true. Now if I try to this way, let me change, and if I make it 170, if I make it 170, now what will happen? Rakesh, what will be the output? If A is equal to 170 and B is equal to 170, and if I say print A is greater than equal to B, what will the output? The output will be true. Why? Because now in this case, greater than becomes false, equal to becomes true. Equal to becomes true. That is why the output is true. Clear? Got it? What is comparison operator? Yes or no? What is that part? Ah, yes. Now this part, this is very interesting. Sometimes a lot of people get confused at this part. Let me come into, oh sorry, what happened? Next is equal to, right? So look at the difference. Look at the difference between assignment operator and equal to. I say I'll change a variable called x is equals to, x is equals to, then y is equals to, y is equals to 20. Y is equals to 20. Vijay, you're there? Vijay and Kishore, I'm asking you now, print, okay? Print x equal to y. Print x is equal to y. What will be the output? False. Bindu, do you agree with Vijay that he is saying that answer will be false? Answer will be false. What do you think, Bindu?
Yes, sir.
Shravani, what do you think? Okay, you agree. Shravani, what do you think?
False, sir.
Okay. I don't agree with you guys. Is that okay? If I said no, it's true. What do you think? If I said no, true. So you
No,
don't,
sir.
you
I
sure you,
think
everyone wants,
wrong, sir.
everyone, okay. So you're sure everyone wants to go with the false only, or you still want to change the question? Still you got 10 seconds in the clock. You, everyone wants to go with false, or shall I change the answer to true? Because I'm saying it will be true. Kishore, what is your answer? Okay, Rakesh says false. Okay. See, okay, right. The answer is false. Why? In the back end, what is happening? It is checking this way. Print can equal to 20. False. It's like 10 is 10 and 20 is 20. You're trying to check is it 10 is equal to 20. No, it's different. So it will be false. Got it? And now if I see this way, output is true. Okay, great. Now let's make it something interesting. If I say variable 1 is equals to hello, and variable 2 is equal to world. Now let's check. variable 1 is equals to, sorry, it's not an assignment. So look at the difference. This is an assignment operator. This is an assignment operator. When you use a single equal to, you're trying to initialize this value to this variable. Okay. Variable, sorry, variable. Is my screen visible? Yes or no? Now tell me. Now tell me.
False, sir.
Okay, false. Okay. What do you think? See, hello, look at it. What is variable 1? What is variable 1? Variable 1 is, what is variable 1? Variable 1 is
Hello, hello.
hello. What is
Sir,
variable 2? What is variable 2?
world.
It is world. What do you think? It will be false, right? It will be false because
False.
see, what is happening at the back end? What is happening at the back end? We are trying to check print. We are trying to check hello. Hello is equal to hello. No, right? It's trying to check, right? Sorry, not hello. We're trying to check with the world. So it's not equal. It's different. So that is why answer is going to be false. Let me run and show it to you. The answer is going to be false. But if I change it this way, if I say hello and you say hello, what is now? What will be the output? What will be the output? Now it will be true because see, this hello is the same, right? Now the output will be true. Clear? Is it clear till here? Or is anyone having a question? If you guys have a question till here, you just let me know. So at this point, I'm not able to understand. I'll just explain it 100 times. Clear? Okay.
Sir, I have a
All right.
question, sir.
Yeah, please shoot it.
Sir, are the assignment operators only for the numbers or is it valid for uh, words as well?
For the text, okay. See, assignment operator means what? Assignment means there are three assignment operator. One is equal to, second one is increment, that is plus equal to, and then this minus equal to. Got it? So, but as I showed you here, now if I say a is equal to 10, right? This is an integer. And when I say here, it is very clear. This is an assignment operator, initializing. But when you talk about increment and decrement, what is happening? I try to show you if I use this way, a plus equal to high, then you cannot do increment. You cannot do increment because this is an integer and this is a text. But I'll tell you when you try to use it, when you're trying to perform some operation where you want to increment the value, when you're trying to increment value, at that point you require an increment and decrement part. Mostly 99% case or 99.9% you can say you require an increment and decrement part only on the numbers. I just showed you from the perspective the other angle when you try to use a text format as well, but you don't require it at the text format or any other type apart from the number. The reason to use increment and decrement is that when you want to increase something, when you're trying to build something, you require an increment and decrement operator. Is it clear now? So you cannot use it with a different operator. Either you can use with the same data type, either it has to be, both has to be integer or both has to be text. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? Okay. Anyone else? But you remember one thing, 99.9% you'll use increment or decrement only with the integers. You will not use it with text. It will never be the case. Only hardly if maybe you're working in such a company where your boss is very different, he's an alien, then he might ask you to do this extra kind of a thing. Okay. Now, not equal to, not equal to. I'll say, I'll copy this. Where is that example? This was equal to, okay, we'll go the same value. If I say this way, if I say not equal to, now this is something chaotic. This is like a brainstorming. If I say not equal to, what will be the output? Look at it. 20 not equal to 20. What will be the output?
False.
False or true?
False, sir.
False or true?
False, sir.
False. False, right? Absolutely. Why? Because 20 is equal to 20, right? It is same. That is 20 is equal to 20. That is why it is false. If I say now, instead of 20 is equal to 20, now if I change it, if I make it like 120, now tell me. Now it will be True. Now it will be true because 120 is not equal to 20. Absolutely correct. So now the output is true. But this part at non-equal, not equal to, you might little bit be confused because this something different for the human brain to understand, not equal to. But in practice, it will be able to understand. Just remember, when it's not equal to means that it's like checking this part this way in the print. It is checking 120. 120 is not equal to 20. It's correct. Like you're trying to check, is 100 rupee note equal to 200 rupees note? No, it's not. 100 rupees different and 200 rupees is different. Got it clear? Clear till here?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now let's, I'll give you one assignment. Okay. So what I'll do is that, this is very good. So what I want, is everyone there in the classroom?
Sir.
Yes or no? This, okay, Shravani is the only one who's saying yes, yes, and Bindu and Pavni. Rakesh, Kishore, and Vijay, you guys there? Okay, all right. You guys there? Okay. So I'll give you one question. Look at the screen. I want you to print good evening. Good evening 10 times. How many times? 10 times. I want you to print good evening 10 times. How do you do that? You get 1 minute in the clock. My question once again, I want you to print good evening 10 times. Is it clear? Got the question, Bindu?
Yes, sir.
Kishore? Okay. Kishore, is it clear? I'll show you the output this way. This way. This is what I need it needs to look like. Try. Okay,
N is equal to
Rakesh
good
has
evening.
said something in the chat box. X is equals to good evening. Okay, you guys are going with the for loop. Okay, I didn't even teach you for loop. Okay, will I plus plus work into Python? Okay, while might work, but I plus plus doesn't increment. That is what I told you. If you want to increment it, it's like I plus is equal to. There's no I plus plus operator in it. Okay, but Rakesh, whatever you're trying to write a code, that is what I still haven't taught. I just want till the point which I have taught. Let me see. Range, I understand you have written a right code. Either you can go with this x into is equal to 8. That also works. Vijay, your code is correct, but I plus plus, there is no operator called as an I plus plus. Okay, it's correct. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. Okay, Kishore says 10 is equal to 10 is equal to putting. See, we cannot start a variable name with a name or with a number. I told you. You cannot start a variable name with an integer. So it will show you a syntax error, not a type error, neither a value error. It will show a syntax. You can check on your system because you cannot use 10 as a variable name. Yes, yes. So Bindu has written a correct answer. So what is the correct answer? This is what I expected. Okay, everyone has written a correct answer. Absolutely correct. Okay, let me write it over here. So let me remove this part and let me copy paste it. Okay. So let me remove this end part. Okay. Got it? So what you just need to do is that, see, is n backslash n is nothing but a new line. There's nothing but a new line. If I do not use it, what will happen is that it will just print in that one single line. So, we have this in computer only, \n stands for new line. Okay, see, what we need to do is that whatever the word I asked, what is that word called as good evening? So I just asked you to we need to multiply with 10. It's like a so normal multiplication, as I said. We have learned in the arithmetic operation. This is what you can print good evening. Okay, so everyone has written it clearly. Okay, Kishore says how? Kishore, what? I didn't get your question. How means? So this is what, right? See, if I try to, I'll show you how. Print, right? Print. So it's a normal multiplication. If I say 20, if I say 20 into 10, what is the output? 200. Similarly, just what I did is that instead of 20, I used what? I used a word called as good evening. Good evening. And what it is that I did try to multiply. You can either 10 into good evening or good evening into 10. That is both same. And what I did is that I tried to print. So it prints 10 times. You can check it this way as well. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Look at it. Clear? And what I did is that just she has used a \n. \n is nothing but a new line. It will just break that entire word into a new line. This is what? 1, and this is till 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got it clear? But with the time as well, we need to focus on the logic building as well. Got it? Got it. Everyone has written a correct code. Is it clear? Is it clear till here? Yes
Sir.
or no? Okay. So I ask you one question again on the screen. On my screen. This is the next question for you on your screen. ABC. Find out the circumference of a circle. Circumference of a circle. What is the formula? 2 pi r. Circumference of a circle. And I want you to take the radius on runtime. Runtime is dynamically. You know it how. Circumference of a circle. Just a second, please. Done. Anyone has shared the R is equals to and then enter area is equals to, okay, it's not area, it's circumference of the 2 into 5 into r. Okay, the radius of a circle. Okay, correct, absolutely right. So let's write it over here. So let's take a radius on my screen, guys. And this is called typecasting. I'll tell you what is typecasting. I say input. Input is a method. We take it from a runtime. I'll get a label over here. Label is nothing but a hard-coded sentence. Enter the radius. Enter the radius. Let me comment this part. Enter the radius. Okay. And circumference. Circumference. is equals to, what is the formula? 2 into 3.4, that is the value of pi, into radius, into radius. Okay. Next, print the variable, whatever the variable is name. Okay, let me put it into the quotes. Okay, now you tell me what will be the output. What will be the output? What will be the output? What will be the output? Tell me. Look at the screen and tell me what will be the output. Yes, guys, you're there or you're not there?
It will
Hello?
be circumference.
Yes, okay. It will be circumference.
Enter the
Reason?
radius.
Because we have put it
It will
into the
ask,
code.
yeah.
It will not be the output, right? It will be circumference,
It will
right?
ask to enter the radius. Yeah.
Okay, it will ask the enter the radius, right? Because Python is an interpreter language. Read line by line. Okay. And see, it has printed circumference. Why? Because I put it into the quotes. So let me take off the quotes and let me print it out. Right? Great. Clear till here? So next operator for today's end is membership operator. So there are three types of it. One is AND operator, second one is OR, and third one is NOT. Third one is NOT. What exactly they do is that I'll tell you one by one. Let me comment this part. So now, till now, we were checking with only one condition, right? Till here, like this way. Where is it gone? This way, right? X is equal to 20, Y is equal to 20 here. Now, what happens is that now suppose we are building a software. Now there are multiple subjects. Like suppose we have maths, we have science, we have different subjects like arts, something, right? Now what we want to do is that I want to check multiple conditions. What I'm trying to check is that multiple conditions. And what I'm to check is that if the student has scored, if the student has scored greater than 35 in all his subjects, in all his subject, then I need to print pass. Then I need to print pass. But if the student has scored less than 35 marks in any of the subject, what happens is that you should print fail. How do you do that? If I want to see in the real time when you use this and or not, when you're trying to compare with multiple conditions, what I'm saying is that multiple conditions, as I said in a real time example, when you're trying to check that if the student has scored greater than 35 in every subject. Till now, we did is that we try to check if 10 is greater than 20 or 20 is less than 10. We check with only one condition, a single condition. But what if in the case when you're trying to write some code, when you're to check with the multiple condition, then you need to go with this and or not. Okay, first let's see what and or is, then I'll go with the not. So we have a condition, suppose like this way, x is equals to 10, okay, and y is equals to 20. Look at it. And I say print, if I say print, okay, look at it now. X greater than, okay, x greater than 20 and x equal to 10. Look at it. Now what I'm trying to do is that I'm trying to check condition both the ways, that x is greater than 10 and x is equal to 10. Now you tell me what will be this. See, this is not only one condition. I'm trying to check multiple conditions. Right. Now in this case, tell me what will be the output. What will be the output? What will be the output? See, now till now what we were trying to do is that we're trying to check with one condition. But here we have multiple conditions. We have two conditions. So what will be the output? Output will be
False.
false. Why? Because see, here only it will be false. Why? Because x is greater than 10. No, x is what here it might be satisfied. Like x is equal to 10. But here it will not be satisfied. And that is why the output will be false. But output will be false. Even more to it, if I have this one condition. Okay. X is greater than 10. X is equal to 10. And again I say and right? Okay, and let's say X greater than Y. X greater than Y. What will be the output?
False,
What will
sir.
be the output? Still output will be false. Okay, output will be false. Now here, now what I'll do is that I'll remove this part. I'll remove this part now. Now you tell me, and if I make it less than instead of greater than, now I'll make it greater than, I'll make it less than. Now look at it very closely. What is the value of X? That is 10. So here it is checking 10 is equal to 10. Yes, true. And means what? See, you're trying to, when you learn about this binary language, right? Which I'll explain you how, right? So look at how and operator works. 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, look at it. This is what? 1, sorry. Let me just, this is how it works. And 1, sorry, here it is 0, 0, 1, 0, and 1. So in AND case, what happens is that when 0 is equal to 0, 0 means what? In computer language, programming language, 0 is nothing but a false, and 1 means true. What is 0? Write it over here. Just here. 0, 0 means false, false. 0 means false, and 1 nothing but true. 1 is nothing but true, and 0 is equal to false. Okay, let me comment this part here. Now what I'm trying to check is that 0 and 0 and means what? False and false, like this way, false and false. So what happens is that when the true condition, both the conditions are false, that the output will always be false. In AND condition, I'm talking about in AND. Here we are learning AND. Look at it. AND case. In the AND case. So the output will always be 0. Output will be 0. When one condition is 0 and another condition is true, false and true, so output will still be false. Output will be still false. Again, if I say like third one, again, oh sorry, it is 0, 0, there it should be 1, it should be 1. Now here see, again it is true, one condition is true, and another condition is false. Another condition is false, and the output will still be false. It's like the second case only. Either it is false and true or true and false. Still the output will be true. So in AND, the output will always be true. Look at it. In AND condition, the output will always be true when all the conditions, no matter 2, 3, and n number of conditions, when all the conditions are true, that is satisfied, then and then only the output will be 1. In the rest of the case, even one of the case is false, or if all the cases are false, then obviously it is going to be false. But even if one of the cases is going to be false, right? No matter if there are 5 conditions, and out of that 5 condition, one condition is false, and the rest of 4 are true, still it will throw output as false. That is 0. Why? Because in AND condition, when all the conditions are true, when all conditions are true, that is 1, then and then only the output will be 1. That is true. Clear? Now here, look at it. Now if I copy this part, and if I write it over here, right? And if I make it x is equal to 10, yes, right? And x is less than y. What will be the output? What will be the output? Look at it. X is what? 10. 10 equal to 10. This is first condition, and this is second condition. That 10 is less than 20. What will be the output?
True, sir.
What will be true? The
True.
output will be true. Yeah. Why? Because now both the condition has been satisfied. Even one of the condition is not satisfied, right? Then it will be false. Look at it. If I make it 100, now it is going to be false. Clear? Okay. Now let's make it brainstorming or the last one. If I say not equal to, instead of not equal to, I say not equal to. Now you tell me. Instead of equal to, I made it not equal to.
True, sir.
Now tell me.
True.
Yes. The output will still be true. The output will still be yes. Why? Because 10 is not equal to 100. That is what we are saying. It's not not equal to. If I make it 100, then it will be false. It will be false. But if I say 100, and if I make it 10, now in this case, what is happening is that here it is becoming true, but here it is becoming false. sorry, if I make it 1000 now, like, and if I say, okay, now you tell me. Now this first condition is becoming true, right? Because see, x is 1000, and we are trying to check with 1000. Sorry, 100. Right here it is going to be true, but here it is going to become false. Here it is going to be false. It is going to be false, right? And that is why the output is going to be false. Clear? Yes or no? Is it clear? Now with or, now with the or. Now you tell me the same part. I'll copy here. I'll copy this part, and now I'll try to focus on no or. Now in or, look at it. Even if one condition is true, the output is going to be true. Even one condition is true, the another condition is going to be true. So here, see, when it is both the conditions are true or multiple conditions are satisfied, it is true. But when it is false, definitely is going to be false only. When it is false, it is going to be false only. But when one also condition becomes true, the output is going to be true. So let me write one code. I'll say A is equals to 25 and B is equals to 35. And I say print A greater than equal to B and R, or A equal to 25. Now you tell me what will be the
True, sir.
True, sir.
right? One of the condition will be true. Why? Because see, this A is equal to 25. Now let me copy this part, and if I say less than, okay, sorry. Now you tell me what will be the output. So look at it here in the first condition. What we are trying to check, 25 is 25 less than or equal to 35 in the first condition, and in the second condition what we are checking is 25 equal to 35. Look at it. So first of all, in the
True,
second
sir.
condition, what is happening? It is going to be false. First, it is going to be false. Why? Because A is 25 and the or value is 35, so it is false. And here it is true. 25 is less than 35, and as I said in the or, if one also condition becomes true, if one of the condition also becomes true, the output is going to be true. Clear? Got it? Yes or no? Is it clear till here, everyone? Yes or no? Kishore, Rakesh, is it clear? Here it is going to be false. Because why? 25, we are trying to check 25 greater than equal to 35. No, here it becomes false because 25 is less than 35. And here 25 is not equal to 35, right? Because 25 is 25 and 35, 35. That is why the
సార్
output is
ఆల్రెడీ
false.
2
Clear?
years అక్కడ ఉండి ఏం చదివించావు
Huh?
ఎల్కేజీ ఇక్కడ చదవండి మరి
Clear? Is it clear for everyone? Bindu, Kishore, Kravani, Rakesh, Vijay. So is anyone left or is everyone done in the session? I guess someone has left. I don't know who has left. Naga. Okay. Bindu, Rakesh, Kravani, Kishore, Vijay, Kravani. Is it clear to everyone till here? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, only two answers. Kishore,
Yes, sir.
is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Kravani sir. Vijay? Okay, Vijay and Rakesh. Is it clear? Okay, all right. So now we'll stop over here. The last point was left with the not function. Now this is a homework for you. You tomorrow have to tell me what does not does in this operator, what not operator does, right? And or I told you, now you have to tell me tomorrow what does not does. Okay, got it? So tomorrow we'll start with the session of the left question, that is not operator. What is not operator in the Python? Okay, so practice with this all the operators that we have done till so far, and then once we come with tomorrow, we are going to complete the rest 2-3 operators out of those 6 left. Okay, and then after that I'll give you an assignment. Okay, so practice as much as you can. Okay, Okay. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Is everyone able to understand? I hope everyone is in the synchronization. We're all on the same page. Yes? Okay. Kishore, hope I'm going with the right pace. I hope today now I'm going with the right pace. I'm not going fast and neither I'm going slow. Not a rabbit toes, neither a turtle toes. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's stop the session over here. Thank you. And we'll meet tomorrow. So before tomorrow, let's go through what is not operator and tell me tomorrow. And also till to date, whatever we have learned, what is Python, whatever we have done, go through it and let's catch up tomorrow. Thank you so much and have a good evening ahead. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Bye bye.